Net Worth Advisors, LLC is an independent financial services firm that utilizes a variety of investments and insurance products. Investment advisory services are offered only by registered individuals through Net Worth Advisors, a registered investment advisor. The opinions expressed by Net Worth Advisors on this show are their own and do not reflect the opinion of this station. All statements and opinions expressed are based upon information considered reliable, although it should not be relied upon as such. Any statements or opinions are subject to change without notice. Information presented is for educational purposes only and does not intend to make an offer or solicitation for the sale or purchase of any specific securities, investments, or investment strategies. Investments involve risk and, unless otherwise stated, are not guaranteed. Information expressed does not take into account your specific situation or objectives and is not intended as recommendations appropriate for any individual. Listeners are encouraged to seek advice from a qualified tax, legal, or investment advisor to determine whether any information presented may be suitable for their specific situation. Past performance is not indicative of future performance. This radio show is a paid placement.
The proceeding was paid for by Net Worth Advisors. Information on the program was intended to solely further the public's general knowledge about the product. Opinions expressed should not be relied upon for any purpose by any member of the audience. News Radio KDKA does not guarantee the accuracy of any of the information heard on the preceding program.
My name is Emma. I am 13 years old. 6 years ago, I was injured in a car accident that left me paralyzed from the waist down. Once I completed rehab, my mom applied for a canine companion service dog. Last January, I finally got to meet my service dog, Marcia. We quickly developed a very strong bond. Together, we go to my horseback riding lessons, school band practice, swim meets, and archery classes. Together, we pick vegetables, and we like to cut flowers. I love Marcia. She makes me feel like together we can do anything. I can't imagine life without her. She's a part of the family. We are just one of the thousands of teams Canine Companions has paired together over the past 50 years. With your help, we can continue for another 50. Visit canine.org to see the many ways you can change lives.
I can tell that we are gonna be friends.
Think back to the last time you were in nature. What comes to mind? Hiking through a lush forest, floating on a lazy river, or perhaps watching a vibrant sunset on a beach full of glistening plastic bottles and food wrappers. Unfortunately, this isn't a joke. Here in the US, we generate the most plastic waste in the world, with 70% of it ending up in landfills. And by the time you're done listening to this ad, more than a dump truck's worth of plastic will have made it into the ocean. Plastic has become a useful part of our everyday lives, but it's polluting the air, water, and soil that all life needs to survive. This is a human problem that can be solved with human action, but it's going to take all of us, from individuals to businesses to governments and everyone in between. Help create a cleaner future for both people and nature. Visit wwf.earth/plastics.
I've heard everything you tell yourself every time you felt different. And I want you to know, taking care of your mind is taking care of everyone you love. Love your mind. Find mental health resources at loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
KDKA and KDKA-FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA. This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Progressive Insurance.
I'm Allison Keys. Millions are on the move this busy Labor Day weekend, and the TSA is expecting more than 17 million through its checkpoints. The lines are going faster now that you can keep your shoes on, but most are driving, and at AAA, Robert Sinclair has some advice.
Remember, all 50 states have slow down, move over laws. You see those flashing lights by the side of the road, be it a civilian or a first responder, you're supposed to slow well below the speed limit, and if you can do so safely, change lanes. Hope people keep that in mind and do not drive impaired.
A new setback for the Trump administration in court.
The court ruled the president had no legal right to declare national emergencies to impose the tariffs on almost every country. At the same time, the court left those tariffs in place, setting the stage for the administration to appeal to the Supreme Court. President Trump posting on social media he would indeed appeal, saying, if allowed to stand, this decision would literally destroy the United States of America. He added the U.S. will win, quote, with the help of the United States Supreme Court. Linda Kenyon, CBS News, Washington.
The community in Minneapolis is standing by the victims of that mass shooting at a Catholic church this week that left 2 children dead. CBS's Lana Zach with details.
Juanita Estra Cruz has been comforting the families, waiting for doctors' updates at Hennepin Health. Tell me about the families.
Very loud with emotion, a lot of fear, a lot of grief, but they also had hope.
More than half of those wounded have now been released.
Spirit Airlines files for bankruptcy for a second time in less than a year. CBS's Nancy Chen.
The low-cost carrier said it would keep flying as normal and accept bookings during the voluntary restructuring process. Spirit's parent company says weak demand and mounting debt have made it challenging for the airline to compete.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio has yanked visas for Palestinian officials ahead of a UN meeting. CBS's Jessica Moore.
Palestinian officials are speaking out against the U.S. revoking their visas ahead of next month's UN General Assembly. The Palestinian Authority says the decision contravenes international law and the headquarters agreement, especially since the state of Palestine is an observer member of the United Nations.
There will be lines of hopefuls trying to get Powerball tickets, with tonight's jackpot estimated at $1 billion. It's the 6th largest prize in the game's history, and it's been growing for weeks. The winner could get a lump sum of $453 million. The odds of matching all 6 numbers, some 300 times less likely than getting struck by lightning. This is CBS News.
Progressive Insurance, with insurance for cars, home, boat, motorcycles, RVs, and commercial vehicles at 1-800-PROGRESSIVE and Progressive.com.
Hey, it's Mike Rohn. If I have a choice, I like to do business with companies that actually stand for something. That's why I switched from Verizon to Pure Talk. No offense to Verizon, I'm sure they stand for something. I just don't know what it is. Pure Talk, on the other hand, is a veteran-owned company that supports our military in a big way, and I appreciate that. Yeah, I also appreciate unlimited talk and text and plenty of data for half the cost of the big guys, and I do like being on America's most dependable 5G network for just $20 a month, but what I really appreciate is no contract, no cancellation fees, and Pure Talk's commitment to handle all their customer service in this country. I saw it for myself. I went to Georgia, I got a tour of their headquarters, I met their CEO, and I talked to the same customer service folks that you'll talk to when you dial pound 250 and say keyword Mike Rowe. Switch today and save 50% off your first month when you dial pound 250 and say keyword Mike Rowe. Pure Talk, a wireless company that actually stands for something.
You might take a closer look at that rental car before you turn it in after the holiday.
Hertz AI booths snap thousands of images to check for damage.
$80 for 2 small different dents, $190 for a processing fee, and so a total of $350 for what are pretty negligible events that I didn't even detect.
Adam Foley got dinged on a trip to Atlanta, argued his case, and had the charges dropped. Lindsay Owens is a consumer advocate.
We've seen cases where customers have disputed the damage because they think it's a shadow and not actually a dent or a scratch or a mark.
Hertz says the system offers precision and objectivity and is still being refined, and more than 97% of vehicles show no billable damage. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
It could be nasty at the beach this weekend. Swimming is not advised at some due to fecal matter. The bacteria could cause everything from rashes to nausea to gastrointestinal illnesses. Allison Keys, CBS News.
When you bundle renters and auto with Progressive, you can save while protecting your most valuable possessions, like your really expensive limited edition sneakers and your new suit for your cousin's wedding. Except you never actually bought the suit because you can't stop buying sneakers. So you show up to the wedding looking like you're going grocery shopping. But hey, at least your sneakers will look good in the pictures, until you're cropped out of every last one of them. So go ahead and get Progressive, so you can save while protecting the things that matter to you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. It's the Sleep Number biggest sale of the year. All beds on sale up to 50% off the limited edition smart bed. Plus free premium delivery with any smart bed and adjustable base. Ends Labor Day. All Sleep Number smart beds offer temperature solutions for your best sleep. Check it out at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com today.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
This afternoon will be mostly sunny and beautiful, a high of 72. Clear and cool, low 46 tonight. Tomorrow, sunshine and nice 77, and more sunshine Labor Day up to 80. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Bill Degger, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
He's downright entertaining, and he's on the voice of Pittsburgh. Michael Bartley, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Well, hello on a Saturday afternoon. Labor Day weekend. Oh, ho, ho, ho. What a blast this weekend is in the Berg. Oh, my. All right, so listen. You ready? As my man Rob Pratt would say, listen. I'm here till 3:15, so an hour and 15 minutes. So if you want to say something, you better start dialing 866-391-1020. 866-391-1020, because the Buccos are live here, and we're going to do pregame, I think, probably around 3:15-ish, I think. I think it's Jeff Hathorn coming in, my man, our sports director. He's phenomenal. But anyway, anything you want to talk about? I was just... So on the way in, I drove through the North Shore to check it out. I was supposed to go to the Pitt Duquesne game, but I didn't think I'd be able to fit it in. I was invited, but then I was nervous. I had to be here by 12:30, 1 o'clock. The game was at noon. I was going to go early, but anyway, I drove through, and I got to tell you, it was just gratifying to see Pittsburgh shine, and the crowds and the smoke rising from Rib Fest. I wanted to get out and grab some. How could I, though? You can't park and put your flashers on down there with cops everywhere. I would have got towed again. Remember I got towed in Oakland? Anyway, so Pitt Duquesne game going on, Rib Fest, and that Savannah Banana juggernaut is amazing, and I haven't heard from anybody who was there last night, but I read the accounts in our papers and watched the news, and it looked like people were out of their minds happy. PNC Park was jammed to the rafters. That was wonderful to see. And I guess the one player, they were doing backflips. I guess the game ended in a walk-off home run. The Savannah Bananas won. A fan, I guess, caught a foul ball to win $50,000. For another fan, I guess it was. There's a player that was on stilts who had a strikeout. How cool is that? How cool was all of that? And then they're playing again, sold out tonight. This was the first time the Savannah Bananas have been in Pittsburgh, and there were two players. Alex Ziegler from Butler, Ryan Cox from Raccoon Township. Welcome home. Congratulations. This thing is a phenomenon. It really is. And baseball is fun enough, but these young men and women, they make this just amazing. So it's incredible. And how about the fan winning at 50 G's? And so they do all this fun stuff, and people love it. Pirates fans love it. It's just amazing how they could take over a city. And then, but I tell you something. And then I was going through downtown. The Soul Fest, the Soul Food Fest is going on. That's a blast. It really is. What a weekend. What a weekend. I tell you what, though, there was a down moment. And I felt badly about this. Of all places, there were fights at Kennywood last night. It's not the first time this has happened. But what's wrong with people? Why do they have to do it? So Kennywood has had these 21 plus events, meaning after a certain time in the evening that they open the place up, and it's from certain hours. I think that it's from like 7 to midnight. I believe it is. Well, they canceled them now. They canceled them. They would have adults only, because when you go to Kennywood, there's 8 million kids, and that's part of the fun of it. That's part of the fun of it. So they have a zero tolerance policy. Good for them, for that type of behavior. Several fights broke out, and they serve alcohol at these adult events 21 and over. But social media, it was all over the place that fights had broken out at Kennywood. See what happens. You see what happens when I'm not blaming alcohol per se, but I who knows, but you know what? Good for Kennywood. Shut it down. Just shut it down. If people can't get along, then just forget it. Why make your property vulnerable to idiots? Why do it? And they were very happy with doing this type thing, and to see how it went. Well, it didn't go well because people can't act correctly in public. And that's terrible. Absolutely terrible. So the general manager is quoted today: anyone displaying unruly or disruptive behavior will be banned from the park. And we are thus canceling the 21 plus event at Kennywood effective immediately. Isn't that? I mean, it saddens me. It should sadden you that people want to go to an iconic institution. The best amusement park in the country, and it's often been ranked the best. And there you have it. They try something new, but nope. No. I'm sure we'll hear more about it. What the motive was, why idiots had to start fighting. No. And it just ruins it for everybody. It's not something that's what happens in life. It's sad. But back to the North Shore. Man, that was so wonderful. And that's another thing. One of the other things, because I was going to go to the Pitt Duquesne game. I was afraid if I got there, I wouldn't be able to get here because parking was so wild. So parking was just so wild. So, all right, listen. 866-391-1020. Paul, you're going to be my first caller when I get back, but I'm going to take my break, and we'll go from there, okay? It is Saturday. Today is August 30th. Can you believe it? Labor Day on Monday. By the way, I will be doing the Big K Morning Show Monday morning, Labor Day morning. Darren Kelly will be my guest at 7 a.m. Darren is a major labor leader in Pittsburgh, and we grew up in the same neighborhood. We've been friends for many years. And the huge parade, and we're going to preview the parade, Darren Kelly and I will, on the air at 7 a.m. And I think the parade's 10 a.m., but I'll double check and confirm that for you. But my man Darren Kelly, Lenny will be here. We'll talk politics at 9 o'clock on Monday morning, so it'll be fun. No worries. It'll be fun. So, guess where I'm going to tonight? My 45th high school reunion. I'll tell you a little more about that coming back. And, okay, Paul and Saxonburg, you're going to be my first caller when I get back. Michael Bartley, News Radio KDK. Don't forget, I'm only here till 3:15. If you want to say something, you better get rocking. 866-391-1020. Be right back.
Your source for everything that's news. Hear it on News Radio KDKA.
You'll always get quality product and tremendous savings at Coons Market. Isn't that right, Frank Dentisi?
Right, Rob. Save with your Coons Reward Card. 80% lean fresh ground beef, $3.99 a pound. Whole seedless watermelons, $3.99 each. And plain or wavy essential everyday potato chips, 9-ounce bags, 2 for $3. Additional savings in our meat department. Ready to grill ahi tuna steaks, $9.99 a pound. Meaty, tender St. Louis-style spare ribs, $2.99 a pound. In our produce department, locally grown sweet corn, $4.99 a dozen. And 1 pint of blueberries or 1 pound of strawberries, 2 for $6. In our deli department, fully cooked pulled rotisserie-style chicken, $9.99 a pound. And made fresh in-store Coons potato salad, $4.79 a pound. And this week, selected varieties of Coke, Sprite, or Dr. Pepper. 12-pack, 12-ounce cans, 3 for $15.
So get in on the tremendous savings you'll find every day at Coons Market. Coons Market, a Pittsburgh tradition.
The Pittsburgh Speaker Series presented by University of Pittsburgh announces its 25-26 season at Heinz Hall. 7 events will broaden your perspective and deepen your understanding of the world around you. Featuring Dr. Anthony Fauci, Malcolm Gladwell, historian Doris Kearns Goodwin, former National Security Advisor H.R. McMaster, and National Geographic photographer Christina Mittermeier. The series is sponsored by News Radio KDKA and the Spanos Group of Raymond James. Tickets on sale now at pittsburghspeakers.org.
Hello, everyone. This is Bob Pompiani. The pulse of Western Pennsylvania is in very good hands. That's because there's a healthcare system whose hospitals have earned medicine's most prestigious honors for cardiovascular care, like the top 10% nationally for specialty cardiac care, America's 100 best in cardiac care, and heart surgery ranked in the top 2% nationwide. It's heart and vascular care at Independence Health System, where the pulse of Western Pennsylvania is indeed in very good hands.
At Tax Relief Advocates, we get it. Thinking about back taxes to the IRS can be very unsettling. Don't lose hope. With thousands of 5-star Google reviews and an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau, TRA is resolving taxpayers' delinquent tax problems nationwide once and for all. We could significantly reduce and even eliminate what you owe the IRS. If you haven't filed your taxes in years or are already facing collections, we can help. We aren't just some run-of-the-mill tax service company. We specialize in helping individuals and businesses with $10,000, $50,000, or even $500,000 in back taxes get speedy resolution. And in many cases, only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. The IRS isn't going anywhere, and neither is your tax problem. To see what tax relief you qualify for, visit TRA.com or call 800-335-8578. 800-335-8578. Again, that's 800-335-8578. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Sunday mornings at 6 a.m. on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA, it's Tech Vibe Radio. Join hosts Audrey Russo and Jonathan Kirsting from the Pittsburgh Technology Council's Huntington Bank Studios as they bring you a front row seat to Pittsburgh's tech sector.
Many postmenopausal women like me have osteoporosis. There is no cure, but simple changes in our lives can keep us on the path to healthier bones. Osteoporosis can weaken your bones and slowly rob you of your independence. A daily exercise routine, along with a diet rich in calcium and vitamin D, can make a huge difference in your bone health. Taking care of your bones is necessary for healthy aging and lifelong independence. Learn how to start your own path to good bone health. Get bone health tips at pathtogoodbonehealth.org.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Unapologetic in his talk. It's Michael Bartley on the Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Okay, welcome back. Michael Bartley with you on Saturday afternoon. Just reminding you, I have a short stay here today because the Buccos, the Pirates are in Boston with the Red Sox. So the Pirates are on 4-ish, but I think our pregame show begins maybe like 3:15. So if you want to give me a call, give me a call at 866-391-1020. Paul in Saxonburg. Paul, welcome. You're on KDKA.
Hi, Michael.
Hi.
Thank you very much for taking my call.
Sure.
Well, I just thought of something as you were talking about Kennywood.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty familiar with the area along the river there, West Mifflin and Homestead and Braddock. And,
sure.
25 years ago, the gangsters, the kids that wanted to get in fights, different teams getting in fights, used to go to the Century 3 Mall.
I kind of remember that. I remember it. Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, of course, there is no more Century 3 Mall. So I'm wondering if they just moved over to another convenience place like Kennywood.
And that's an interesting question, but this was a 21 and above event, and now they're not going to have it anymore. And they serve alcohol because it's 21 and above. You have to be 21 to be in at 7 p.m., 7 to midnight. So these aren't like high school kids and younger and teenage kids starting trouble. These are adults who should know better. That's my point.
Well, yeah, you would think. You would definitely think that they would know better. And Kennywood was a nice family place before they served alcohol.
I know. Paul, do you remember? Are you old enough to remember that, like I am? Remember the Kennywood pool?
Anything you're old enough to remember, I can remember farther back.
Wait! I forget. I love talking to you, but I forget how old you are. And
I'm 70.
Oh, you're 70. Okay, so you're 7 years older than I am. But where did you grow? Did you grow up? Where did you grow up over there?
Well, several areas. I grew up in Westmoreland County and several areas.
When you lived in Westmoreland County, did you came into Kennywood, didn't you?
Well, of course, and I do remember the Kennywood pool.
Yeah. Do you remember White Swan Park and some of the other places?
White Swan
Park was
out by the airport, wasn't it?
Kind of, but there was a place. What was the one in Bellevue? There was something I forget now, but
I don't know the one in Bellevue.
Wasn't it Bellevue? Where was White Swan Park? I think
there was.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I think White Swan Park was closer in. I think not airport. I could be wrong. I can't remember.
Well, I don't know if it might have been White Swan Park or not, but there was a park in White Oak.
White Oak
shopping center.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It was a pretty interesting park there.
Yeah.
Amusement park.
Yeah, I know. And then, I'll tell you. But Kennywood, the Kennywood pool was a really nice pool. Do you remember there was like a fountain in the middle, and everyone put their head on? Yeah, that was pretty cool. Yeah. So listen, but yeah, I don't know why people have to ruin things for other people. It really, it just at a place, at Kennywood of all places, But hey, I'm not, it's and good for Kennywood to close it from now on. I mean, people, there have to be consequences. And then I look on the North Shore, Paul, this weekend, and it's phenomenal. There's so many people enjoying themselves. It's a blast.
Right. Well, my thought on what Kennywood should do is first of all, no alcohol anytime, and then realize the way the world is now, and kind of close early every day, and have more security. I know they added security back when there was those problems, but add more security. I think that's the only way they're going to make it.
I guess
without
so.
too much trouble.
Yeah, and you know what? You might be right about the alcohol. I think you're probably. I guess you're right. I do. Hey, Paul, before you go, I want to ask you a question. Since you're 70 years old,
Sure.
Did you ever go to your high school reunions?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
All right.
And believe it, and believe it or not, my 45th reunion was a long time ago. But yes, I did go.
Mine is tonight.
Yes.
And over at Central Catholic. I'm looking forward to it. I am. I go to all. I was the senior class president, so. It's almost,
wow.
Yeah. I was president of the student government. I was as a senior, and
wow.
But I love seeing the guys. After all these years, I don't know why. I know people have issues, but I don't know why people would not go to their high school reunions, especially like the 45th. Did you go to your? No, your 50th isn't coming up until another 3 years.
I did have my 50th, but health things prevented me from going.
Yeah,
but I think this is what always happened to me when I went to reunion. I had so much fun. I hated for the night to end.
I know. And you know what? We're talking about the Kennywood thing and people drinking too much. I said on the air yesterday when and Larry Richard he did the Central game last night, but Larry was asking me about the reunion, and I said it's interesting that years ago when we were high school kids, we could have 10 kegs of beer in Frick Park, and tonight they're probably guys will have 2 beers at the most. I won't have any, but they will have, you know what I mean? Those days are gone.
I sure do.
Those days are gone,
sure
my
do.
man. Yep, I know.
We are.
I know. Paul, what a pleasure to talk to you. Have a great Labor Day weekend. And if you're not doing anything Monday morning, I'll be right here, and give me a call. I appreciate it.
I might. And nice talking with you, and thank you, and good afternoon.
You too. What a wonderful guy. I love Saxonburg, by the way. What a handsome community. Wow. 866-391-1020. Michael Bartley, KDKA.
Return to the magic and mystique of the Renaissance. The Pittsburgh Renaissance Festival. This weekend, August 30th through September 1st, is Kids Free Weekend. Kids 12 and under are free. Filled with royalty, pageantry, jugglers, and musicians. Comedy, games, fine arts, and crafts. Eat, drink, and be merry at the Pittsburgh Renaissance Festival. And kids are free. Discount tickets available at pittsburghrenfest.com.
ABC Transit is urgently hiring for CDL and van drivers. Current sign-on bonus for Class B with S&P endorsements is $2,500. Van drivers get a $1,000 sign-on bonus. Complete their CDL program and earn up to $1,000 in additional bonuses. Safety and attendance bonuses available. You must be able to pass all background and clearance checks, must be drug-free. 9 locations in Allegheny, Beaver, and Butler counties. Apply in person. Call 724-831-8500.
This Labor Day weekend, we're celebrating Bob's Discount Furniture's 200th store milestone with the entire Bob's family across the country. For more than 30 years, we've believed everyone deserves the home they love. That's why we brought our everyday low prices on furniture, mattresses, and more to over 200 locations from coast to coast and counting. Not to mention free treats for the whole family in our cafes. Celebrate Bob's Discount Furniture's 200 store milestone this Labor Day weekend.
Oh, my Bob.
Gain a global perspective and specialized skills that many of today's top employers are seeking with an MBA from University of Maryland Global Campus. Study online and complete your degree in just 16 months for about $21K. Choose from MBA specializations in global business, marketing, HR, finance, and more. No application fee if you apply by September 3rd. Learn more at umgc.edu. That's umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
The Colorectal Cancer Alliance wants you to know a lot of things in life are preventable.
Ooh, gas station sushi.
That's preventable. And even colon cancer can be preventable if you get screened. If you're 45 or older, talk to your doctor. Go to colorectalcancer.org to learn more.
Colin Dunlap on KDKA.
You do you, I'll do me. My medical business and health business is my medical business and health business, and yours is yours. And I think we're at a place in time, we have reached a time in history where we certainly feel very comfortable telling people and feel entitled to tell someone else how to medically live their life.
Weekdays 2 to 6 on the Voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
From the Aetna Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
CBS News Brief. Beaches are a popular destination for travelers this Labor Day weekend, even if some of them have a fecal matter issue. But that's not keeping this man off of the sand.
Soaking everything up with the sun last weekend before the summer's over and enjoying it with family and friends.
A federal court says President Trump illegally imposed tariffs on many nations. Oregon's top prosecutor, Dan Rayfield.
You have effectively 12 judges in the United States saying that the president has now overstepped his authority to implement tariffs by using an emergency power.
People are turning out in Minneapolis to honor the victims of that deadly mass shooting at Annunciation Catholic Church, where a memorial is growing by the day.
Kind of at the what can I do point, and I just thought coming up and just paying my respects and saying some prayers.
CBS News Brief. I'm Allison Keyes.
Retirement, it's almost here. Are you ready? Well, join Kurt Kanodik and Ethan Lane of Accurate Solutions Group for your retirement blueprint. Let Kurt and Ethan help you plan for your retirement dreams. Don't miss your retirement blueprint, Sundays at 10. Investment advisory services offered through ASG Investment Management, LLC.
Honey, I found the perfect place for my parents and us.
Where?
St. Barnabas. For us, the Woodlands Carriage Home Community. And for my parents, condominium-style living at the Village. My folks will love the Village. There's an indoor mall with shops, restaurants, and more. And we can relax, knowing they're safe and secure.
That's what I plan to do when we move to St. Barnabas. Relax.
Call 724-444-5568 or visit stbarnabascommunities.com.
What does a teddy bear dream of? A teddy bear dreams of a best friend that tucks them in at night and wakes them up in the morning, who they share laughs and very secret secrets with. A best friend who they grow up with. What teddy bears don't dream of is being left alone, outside in the rain, in a shrine for school shooting victims who could have been their best friends.
School shootings are preventable. Learn the warning signs at sandyhookpromise.org.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. If you or anyone in your family has been injured in a car accident, call us now, as the time to file a claim may be limited. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before, protecting America, fighting for you. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Here's a few questions for you from California Psychics. Do your workdays seem to go on forever? Is your career progression as fast as downtown traffic? Or does your boss still not know your name?
Hey, you, Tina, Lisa, Sheila, whatever. Get that report to me by lunch, okay? It's Carrie, ma'am. Just get it done, Terry.
It's time to read the career warning signs and talk to California Psychics. We're always on hand to give you the career guidance you need. You see, we only connect you with the very best. In fact, 98% of the psychics who apply to work with us don't make the grade. That's why we can guarantee if your reading isn't life-changing, it's free. So you could soon be telling your boss where to stick that report.
Where are you going, Terry? Terry!
Experience the joy of certainty. California Psychics. Call 1-800-PREDICT today and get 20 minutes for just $20.
Tune in to 1020 KDKA Radio for Medical Frontiers with Dr. Gerald Pfeiffer from the Allegheny Health Network every Monday from 7 to 8 p.m. Dr. Pfeiffer and his special guests will cover the information that you want to know about your health and the latest trends in medicine.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Our Labor Day weekend starts out with sunshine this afternoon. It will be beautiful. High 72. Clear and cool, low 46 tonight. Tomorrow, sunny and nice at 77, and sunshine Labor Day up to 80. For AccuWeather, I'm Bill Dager, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
All right, long weekend, so enjoy it. We'll be back on Tuesday, right here, KDKA, Colin Dunlap, 2 to 6.
It's Michael Bartley on the voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It is a nice long weekend. That was my man Colin. Yeah, it is a nice long weekend. I'll be here Monday morning, Labor Day morning, just as a reminder on the Big K Morning Show. Darren Kelly, who's head of the Allegheny Fayette Labor Council, oversees the umbrella organization of the unions. He'll be with me at 7 o'clock to preview the Labor Day parade, the biggest in the country, absolutely. And we'll have a great time. So listen, just to set the table once again here today, I'll be here till about 3:20-ish, whatever. And my friend Jeff Hathorn will be here to preview the Buccos. The Pirates are playing 4 o'clock-ish, I guess, in Boston. The Red Sox. That's kind of a fun one, isn't it? And I had Joe Block on the morning show yesterday, and the Pirates won last night, I believe. I'm almost certain about it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Patrick in Moon Township. Patrick, welcome.
Hey, Michael, how are you?
Fine. How are you?
Good. I just wanted to let you know. I think the park you were thinking about in Bellevue was Westview Park.
Westview Park, that's it. It was actually in Westview, right?
Correct.
Yeah,
and,
so wait a minute. So White Swan
is out by the airport.
It is. That guy was right. Paul from Saxonburg was right. White Swan Park was out near the airport. It was Westview. That was it, Westview. And you know, Patrick, where did you grow up?
Right outside Beaver.
Okay, but we went to Westview. Westview was great. How about in those days? Pittsburgh had, well, really 4 amusement parks. Wasn't Idlewild was open? Wasn't it? Yeah, it was open.
Yeah, and White Swan, they had a demo of that when they redid 376.
That was it. Yeah, but White Swan Park, I remember, was big. And but I remember. Do you remember? And it's funny. We're all talking about Kennywood and amusement parks because I was mad about those idiots who ruined Kennywood last night, and they're canceling this 21+ event because stupid idiots start fighting, drinking alcohol, and all this type thing. And that's why we were getting to this point. But Patrick, do you remember when we were kids? And it was. We loved Kennywood, but we had like, and I don't know if in Beaver, if you guys had, did you have like a day designated like from your school or the neighborhood? We had it was our parish picnic day that we went every year.
Yeah, and no, our schools had a Kennywood day. And, actually, our church actually had a thing at White Swan Park every summer.
No kidding.
Back in those days.
Yeah, and I remember, but I bring that up because I remember when the biggest thing, like Cedar Point. If you went to Cedar Point, you were big time. Do you remember that Cedar Point? And then the other one someone mentioned was Geauga Lake. Do you remember Geauga Lake?
Oh yeah.
And then,
been there a few times.
And you know where we used to go to is because we had the Pittsburgh people loved Conneaut Lake and Conneaut Lake Park. The Blue Streak was their famous roller coaster. I'm sure you remember that. I'm sure of it.
Oh yeah.
Yep. All right. Hey Patrick, have a great day, and I appreciate the call. I really do.
Yeah, you as well.
Okay, you bet. Have a great weekend. Anthony, you're going to be my next caller here. Just hold your horses, because I did want to bring something up. You know, my time is short today, so I can maybe push it to Monday. But and it's not just because I'm flying, what is it, next week, something like that, but yeah, it's not this coming week, but the week after. But you know, from 2015 through 2024, only 3 people died in airline incidents in 9 years. So, and it was so safe. 2025 is 2025, and the media is going on about it today, and I get this, I do. There's great anxiety flying this year. Planes catching fire, sliding off runways. Remember the one that landed upside down? I think that was in Canada. They've been bumping into each other, making sudden maneuvers all in the sky to avoid each other. And then, you know, all of that amidst that horrible tragedy in Washington. So, if you talk to a pilot or someone with the FAA, they would tell you that flying is still the absolute safe way to travel, no question about it. But, let me give you the but. The, you know, people within the industry and industry veterans in the airline industry will tell you that they have great concerns about outdated or missing safety technology, and staffing shortages that have left air traffic controllers stressed and overworked. So, but, you know, having said all that, I wonder if you have any of the anxiety that I kind of have a little bit. I don't know. I'm fine with flying, and of course I'm going to do it, but I don't understand why they can't just fix it. I just don't. I'm sure Trump's people will blame Biden, and all of us will blame Trump. All of my people will blame Trump, you know. But just fix it. Why are we still talking about this? And you know, the Washington D.C. crash, when the Black Hawk went into that American Airlines jet, that whole issue of the air traffic control shortage, employee shortage, outdated equipment, all of the rest. And of course, Trump was going on about blaming Biden, didn't do the... So, okay, that was in January. Why are we still in this position? I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I can't imagine that we're in this position. But there's anxiety about things. And it seems like it's doesn't it seem like it's like the frequency of these incidents are it's I'm not going to say it's frightening, but it's you know, aberrative in the sense that it's too often. What's the issue here? Get it together. But you know, I don't know. I just it makes you nervous. Makes me a little nervous. The other thing I wanted to, you know, I won't have time to get to it today, but how about the these town hall meetings? Some Democrats and Republicans getting their clocks cleaned by their own voters, by their own constituents. They have to shut them down. And then the other thing today that I thought was interesting, Missouri, the governor there has now called a special session to redraw their congressional districts. Interesting. So, California's doing it. Texas started it. Trump started it. So now, what happens? I guess we're going to hear from New York or Michigan or Illinois and Maryland and Florida. Probably going to keep going. We'll see what happens. I don't know. We'll see what happens. All right. Couple more segments to go here. 866-391-1020. If you want to talk to me, you better hurry up. Anthony in Oakland, you're going to be my next caller. Michael Bartley on the Voice of Pittsburgh News Radio, KDKA.
The KDKA mobile news fleet is driven by Jim Shorkey Kia, North Huntington and Wexford. JimShorkeyKia.com.
Let me tell you about this new pretzel cheddar club. Hey, I'm Carlos.
And I'm Ebony. And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Pretzel Cheddar Club
is the tangy Dijon with the pretzel bun. It takes it to a whole nother level.
It goes perfectly with the chicken and the cheddar cheese and the bacon.
Man, you know how much you love bacon. And I love the different varieties. Grilled, spicy, original. It gets you nice and excited for fall.
Order the Pretzel Cheddar Club with Cherry Berry and Sprite for a limited time on the Chick-fil-A app. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
There's nothing like when you get that part from eBay and it just fits. Yeah, the first time. So you can do less of this and get right back to more of this. At eBay, you'll find all the parts you need, guaranteed to fit, at prices you'll love. Sounds good, doesn't it? eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
UPMC Heart and Vascular Institute is advancing research to improve patient outcomes.
Cardiovascular disease is a complex disease. We are looking at the disease from a molecular, cellular, and genetic level so that we have better outcomes with our patients.
UPMC is the only heart and vascular clinical research program affiliated with the University of Pittsburgh School of Medicine.
We are discovering the medicine of the future.
Your heart care matters. Visit upmc.com/heart to learn more.
If you're thinking about retiring soon, be sure to tune into the Net Worth Financial Hour with Beth Andrews of Net Worth Advisors, Saturdays at 1. Beth talks about the latest trends and headlines that could impact your retirement. Don't go into retirement unprepared. Listen every Saturday afternoon at 1 to the Net Worth Financial Hour with Beth Andrews of Net Worth Advisors. The firm offers insurance services. Net Worth Advisors, LLC, is a registered investment advisor.
The Big K Morning Show with Larry Richards.
One of the hot spots in the city has always been the South Side. And Pittsburgh City Councilman Bob Charlin with us from District 3.
A lot to be proud of so far this year, especially in short time. We've got 24 new businesses that have signed leases on East Carson Street. Just last week we had kind of the first yard sale.
Weekday mornings 5:30 to 10 on the Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Here's a few questions for you from California Psychics. Do your workdays seem to go on forever? Is your career progression as fast as downtown traffic? Or does your boss still not know your name?
Hey, you, Tina, Lisa, Sheila, whatever. Get that report to me by lunch, okay? It's Carrie, ma'am. Just get it done, Terry.
It's time to read the career warning signs and talk to California Psychics. We're always on hand to give you the career guidance you need. You see, we only connect you with the very best. In fact, 98% of the psychics who apply to work with us don't make the grade. That's why we can guarantee if your reading isn't life-changing, it's free. So you could soon be telling your boss where to stick that report.
Where are you going, Terry? Terry!
Experience the joy of certainty. California Psychics. Call 1-800-PREDICT today and get 20 minutes for just $20.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
You've heard the stories. Now talk about them with Michael Bartley. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Hey, welcome back. It's Saturday afternoon. And I'm normally 2 to 5. But the Buccos are coming on in about an hour. So, I'm here to probably about 3:20-ish or so. We'll see. And our sports director, Jeff Hathorn, will pick it up then for the pregame of the Buccos at Boston. So there you have it. Okay, Anthony in Oakland. Anthony, welcome back. You're on KDKA.
Hey, I haven't talked to you since our little kerfuffle.
Yeah, we had a kerfuffle. Yeah, that was last week.
I'm sorry.
That was last week. Thursday.
That was last week.
No, Wednesday.
Well,
Wednesday. Yeah.
I didn't mean to give you the impression I was being condescending.
All right, and I apologize to you on the air.
Oh, I didn't hear it.
Yeah, I did right after.
I don't take this. Listen, I don't take it personally.
Me neither.
I've been hung up on by Fred Hansberger, Mike Pentek, and some of the best. So it doesn't bother. Here, but your comments about the Kennywood, it's just a lack of civility anymore.
I'm with you.
You have hooligans. Now, see, I don't like that everyone has to be punished because the actions of some hooligans. They should be held responsible. You shouldn't close the whole thing down for everyone because everyone didn't do it. It was just it was a group of folks who couldn't conduct themselves like human beings.
Totally agree. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm wrong about that. Why should people who want to go have a light beer, sit in Kennywood on a gorgeous night, suffer because of idiots?
Yes, and see, and some of these people through social media now, they have intentions on causing problems. That's their main focus. You have these flash mobs who, especially, but these are older folks, so we can't blame it on the young generation.
I agree. Yeah, the one guy called Anthony and said about the Century 3 Mall years ago, and I remember that. They terrorized. Remember that Century 3 Mall running through it and all this? But those were high school kids. I'm almost certain of it. These are adults.
These were adults. And you know what? They should have paid the consequences. Because back in the day, if you got arrested in Kennywood, you were in big trouble, bro. You may not. You would have got your behind whooped for one thing. Because those Kennywood cops and West Mifflin cops, they were rough, bro. Especially during the time of segregation, where they really didn't want certain folks even to be in the park. I mean, they were so segregated that when the NAACP of Duquesne won the right to swim in the pool, the Kennywood Park closed the pool off, cemented it off.
I was just going to say, I'm sure you were listening when I was asking about Paul from Saxonburg. Do you remember the Kennywood pool? I don't. Wasn't the Kennywood pool, black people had a day and then white people had the rest of the days or something?
No, black people had no days.
Okay.
In the pool.
That's hard to believe. That is unbelievable. When you think about that now, that is unbelievable.
Well, you did have there were days designated for black folks. I remember as a kid. Yes. This is
I'm talking about the pool. I'm talking about the pool.
No, the pool was off limits, period, to black folks.
Wow.
Like I said, the NAACP of Duquesne in the early 60s, the middle 60s, sued to allow everyone in, and the next year, they just cemented the whole thing over.
Oh, my. Wow.
To keep them. But that's how we do. When we were I was from East Liberty and Garpo and Homewood.
I didn't know. Did you grow up in East Liberty?
Yeah, I grew up in Homewood, but we moved to East Liberty in the 60s.
East Liberty.
1968, after the riot.
I had a summer job at East Liberty back in the day in the 70s. It was that was an amazing. Well, East Liberty now is an expensive neighborhood, depending on where you live. But East Liberty was what Penn Avenue. That was the rest. Everything.
Oh, it was bustling.
It was unbelievable.
It was the third busiest business district in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, it was Philadelphia, City of Pittsburgh, East Liberty was third.
Yes, that's true.
Yep.
Yes, so we gave them a history lesson.
Yeah, Wes, we did. I remember sitting at the counter at Anton's. I'm like, where I worked? I was like the janitor at the American Legion, which was behind Anton. You remember Anton's, the restaurant?
Yeah, it was on Highland Avenue.
It was on Highland Avenue, yeah. But the entrance, there were two entrances, Highland Avenue and Broad Street, which was crosses with.
I remember it very well. I used to box up at the gym. There was a gym over up by Learners. Remember Learners?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, there was a gym upstairs. I used to box there.
Why can't
we had the Golden Glove tournament.
Anthony, why can't it's not coming to my old brain? The candy store, the best chocolate in the world was on Penn Avenue in East Liberty.
Oh, I can't remember. I know this. I remember.
Began with a B. Didn't it begin with
It had a restaurant in it too.
I know. There was a counter in there, but they had you could get milk chocolate, strawberries. Didn't it begin with a B?
Yeah, it was up out of Sheridan Square.
Yes, it was. And people went from all over came to East Liberty to get that chocolate.
They came to get that chocolate.
Oh, that's making me so mad. I can't remember the name of that.
And East Liberty was integrated, so we had no, because there was Treasure Island when I grew up there.
Mm-hmm.
There was Hans, May Stern.
And I'll tell you what, my first memory as a kid, we would go, everybody would go to Sears in East Liberty.
Yes, Sears.
Sears was the greatest. Sears Roebuck's was like, I think that, back in our day, that was the only Sears. We didn't have, people didn't go to malls. There wasn't like malls and stuff like that,
No, you went to Sears, and everyone from the Pittsburgh area went to Sears.
Exactly. I know.
Like I said, it was a bustling area, man.
It sure was. It sure was. Yeah. Oh, wait. Somebody just called and said it was Boland's candy. I told you it began with a B.
Boland's.
That was
candy. Oh, my goodness. As a matter of fact, I had a chef when I retired from the Common Fleet catering.
What a restaurant that was.
He was a young boy. His mom worked there, and he remembered me because he went to Peabody.
Wow.
And I remember he was getting bullied, and I jumped in for him. He was a little heavy-set kid.
Oh, man.
Yeah, because I was a tough kid, so I didn't like to see people bullied.
Yeah,
and he was a little Italian kid.
Oh, man.
And I jumped in to protect him from getting beat up by the football team.
Anthony, I got to run. Have a great weekend. We'll talk Monday morning. Thanks so much. All right, I'll be right back.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for mom.
Online security is a must, and millions are choosing NordVPN to stay safer and more private online. And you can do that too. Get NordVPN with 77% off and up to 3 months extra. NordVPN will encrypt your online traffic from data snoopers and internet service providers, while NordVPN's Threat Protection Pro will reduce risk of phishing and alert you about the fake online shops and known scams. And that's not all. If your email address is leaked to the dark web, you will get an instant notification from the Dark Web Monitor and act accordingly. Get the special NordVPN deal today at nordvpn.com. This offer includes a 77% discount on a 2-year plan and up to 3 extra months. Savings and additional terms apply and can be found on nordvpn.com. The offer is valid until October 15th.
Prescription products require completion of an online medication consultation with an independent healthcare provider through the LifeMD platform and are only available if prescribed. Subscription required. Individual results may vary. Additional restrictions apply at lifemd.com. Read all warnings before using GLP-1s. Side effects may include a risk of thyroid C-cell tumors. Do not use GLP-1s if you or your family have a history of thyroid cancer.
Confused on where to start with weight loss medication? See the lowest prices available with or without insurance for Wegovy, Zepbound, and more at trylifemd.com. 95% of LifeMD patients said starting their weight loss journey was simple. Listen to Tara's story after losing 42 pounds.
You just take your shot. It doesn't feel like you're on a diet. What I wasn't expecting it to do was to shut off the food noise. I've gone from 237 to 195. This was life-altering, and if I can do it, I feel like anybody can do it.
Get your free insurance benefits check in minutes right now at trylifemd.com. Nearly 96% of patients said they would recommend the LifeMD program to anyone who wants to lose weight. Get started right now at trylifemd.com. That's TRYLIFEMD.com.
Get connected. That's the Inside Connection this Saturday morning at 9 with your local Medicare experts from MediConnect. If you're turning 65, hear all the inside information available to seniors on the Inside Connection, presented by MediConnect. Medicare made simple.
KDKA and KDKA-FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Allison Keys. People are swarming the nation's roadways, rail stations, and airports for the unofficial end of summer this Labor Day weekend. KIRO reporter Brooke Griffin with more.
Seattle-Tacoma International Airport is packed for Labor Day weekend.
I am going to Sun Valley.
With around 1 million people departing, arriving, or passing through.
I'm going to Denver. I'm going for a girls' weekend with my best friend.
Everyone trying to quickly get where they need to go.
I'm hoping that this doesn't take too long, though, so I can fall asleep on the plane.
Get here early. I mean, really early. Because it is, as I say, just one of those things, and you know the weekend is exceptional.
President Trump is vowing to appeal a court ruling over the tariffs he imposed on many nations around the globe.
The court said the president's tariffs are an overreach of his use of emergency powers. But members of Trump's cabinet are pushing back, saying the ruling would seriously harm U.S. foreign policy. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent even warning of, quote, dangerous diplomatic embarrassment. The court did not halt the tariffs for now. They'll remain in place until mid-October, setting up a further legal challenge in the U.S. Supreme Court. Stacey Lynn, CBS News, Washington.
Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson is set to sign an executive order detailing how the city will resist President Trump's planned immigration crackdown there. CBS's Willie James Inman reports Illinois' governor isn't pleased either.
The governor claims the president has other motives.
The other aims are that he'd like to stop the elections in 2026 or, frankly, take control of those elections. He'll just claim that there's some problem with an election, and then he's got troops on the ground that can take control, if in fact he's allowed to do this.
The White House called Governor Pritzker's claim absurd.
A federal grand jury has indicted 2 civilian Navy workers over a jet fuel spill at Pearl Harbor that poisoned the drinking water for thousands. Hawaii Now reporter Lynn Kawano.
The 11-page indictment accuses John Floyd and Nelson Wu, civilians working for Navy Supply Systems, of conspiracy and making false statements about the May 2021 Red Hill fuel leak that eventually sickened at least 6,000 people and forced about 90,000 others to be without clean water for months.
The Red Cross is condemning Israel's plan to force people in Gaza City to leave. The BBC's Mike Thompson.
Israel says the evacuation is necessary in order to limit human casualties while its forces try to rescue hostages and defeat Hamas.
This as Israel plans to slow or halt aid in parts of northern Gaza, including airdrops. This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
A couple years ago, I was in the bathroom at the airport when I dropped my smartphone in the toilet. Not smart. I was multitasking when I should have been focused on the job at hand. Embarrassing, but I'm not alone. According to Google, 7 million other multitaskers accidentally dropped their phones into the bowl last year. A gentle reminder that right now you can get yourself a brand new Samsung Galaxy A36 absolutely free with a $35 plan from Pure Talk. The A36 comes with scratch-resistant Gorilla Glass and a battery that'll last all day, along with unlimited talk, text, and data on America's most dependable 5G network. In other words, it's tough and smart. Something to think about next time you're multitasking in the necessary. Just dial pound 250, say keyword micro to get your free phone today. You can make the switch in just 10 minutes. That's pound 250. Say micro to switch to a no-nonsense smartphone and a company that actually stands for something. Pure Talk.
There's a very different way to listen to a classic Queen song.
This is the Ndlovu Youth Choir, a township group from South Africa, singing Bohemian Rhapsody in a mix of English and Zulu. It's the first translation of Freddie Mercury's masterpiece ever to be approved by the surviving members of his group, Queen. Freddie Mercury once said, "Do what you want with my music, just don't make it boring." Job done. Vicky Barker, CBS News, London.
Would you take a look at that for me, please?
That's Dame Helen Mirren in Thursday Murder Club. It's a film about a group of seniors who solve killings from their retirement home in the English countryside. Mirren plays Elizabeth, who was an M16 agent during the Cold War. The movie is going to stream on Netflix on Thursday. Allison Keys, CBS News.
The KDKA Radio High School Football Game of the Week. Powered by Bowser Chevrolet. is back. This week, the Quips host Avonworth in Week 2 with a bonus Saturday game as Central Catholic faces Woodland Hills at Canton, Ohio.
Presented by Invisalign, Allegheny Health Sports Medicine, official sports medicine provider for high school football. Giant Eagle, Keystone Custom Apparel, and brought to you by the U.S. Navy. Forged by the Sea. Remarkable Auto Works, collision repair and service make your car remarkable. Red Ribbon Soda, Pittsburgh's Pop, and by Noble Environmental.
High school football lives on 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA. For generations, you've listened to us in your kitchen, catching baseball games on your front porch, and ending your day as your bedtime buddy. Now, you can watch us every day on your TV with our new KDKA Radio YouTube page or by clicking on KDKARadio.com. It's presented by Metropolitan Windows. Same great content, more live visuals. The voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
This afternoon will be mostly sunny and beautiful, a high of 72. Clear and cool, low 46 tonight. Tomorrow, sunshine and nice 77, and more sunshine Labor Day up to 80. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Bill Dager, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Unapologetic in his talk, it's Michael Bartley on the voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Speaking of high school football, how about the Oh, we're going to have lots to talk about tonight at my 45th Central Catholic reunion. My Central Catholic Vikings. Larry Richard had the call last night. He did. Larry's phenomenal. The game was right here on the Voice of Pittsburgh. We'll have lots to talk about at my reunion tonight. Yeah. Listen, this is my last segment, so I'm going to fit 2 more calls in, Jake and Dick. So everybody, I'm sorry I won't get you, but I'll be here Monday morning for the Big K Morning Show, beginning at 5:30 a.m., all right, till 10, and so, we can talk then. Don't forget, 7 a.m., Monday morning, Labor Day, Darren Kelly, Labor leader, is going to be my guest to preview the gigantic Labor Day parade in downtown Pittsburgh. I was in it last year. Yeah, as a Politico, I was in it. And then Lenny McAllister will be here at 8 a.m. Monday. So there you go. Okay, Jake and Cranberry. Jake, welcome back.
Thank you, Michael. How are you doing?
Fine. How are you?
Happy to be here.
Did you go to the Did you go to the Savannah Bananas last night?
I did not.
I know. I watched some of the highlights today. It was really fun. It really seemed cool.
I'm sure. I'm sure. Kids kind of take up more of my time than.
Oh, I'm
doing
sure.
that, so.
You're busier than most. Go ahead.
Yeah. We're talking about air travel, and made me think about everything that's been going on. It's not a problem with air travel anymore. People having guns or explosives or anything on the airplanes. Mm-hmm. Would you agree with that?
I don't remember anything. I'll tell you one thing. I don't know about. Well, they've grabbed guns at the airport before people get on. But you know what else is disturbing? Correct. How many people fight on airplanes? It's crazy. The fist fights and stuff like that. Yeah.
Well, people are crazy.
They're nuts. They're crazy. They're nuts. I agree.
But so what I'm proposing for all the schools, the city schools already have metal detectors and security personnel. Why don't we have that everywhere?
And you know what? I'll tell you one thing. When I had Jake, when Annunciation in Minneapolis happened on Wednesday, Wednesday evening, I had Father Tom Burke on, and I didn't realize unless I'm not paying it. I didn't realize the Diocese of Pittsburgh, they have armed guards at their schools. I think, and they're way ahead of the curve. You'll see it now, my man. You'll see it everywhere now.
Well, I think everybody has to put whatever differences aside. And look, it hasn't happened since 9/11, right? Nothing's happened.
Yeah.
And that fixed it. And to prove it even more, that it's the people and the policies. Look at D.C. How many days have we had without a murder? 13 days, 14 days, something like that.
Yeah, I wish like I said though, and Jake, thanks for the call. And I'm going to try to fit Dick in here. Like I said though, Trump needs to send this. If this is working, he needs to send it to Dallas and to Jackson, Mississippi. Yep, two places that are way beyond the national average. But I'm sure he won't do it because they have Republican mayors and Republican governors and all that. So, you got me on that one. Dick and Dayton. Dick, you're my last call, my friend.
Hey, happy Labor Day, Michael.
Happy Labor Day weekend. Are you playing tonight? What are you doing?
I played yesterday, and we had a good crowd. George did a little bit of Merle Haggard, and then Craig did a little bit of Honky Tonk Woman and Promised Land. And boy, the piano, Bill was just tore it up. We were just tearing it up, and I lost. I played so hard. Every time I'd play, I'd use my fingernail, but I broke 3 picks playing so hard.
Wow. It was fun. What are you going to do for Labor Day?
I'll probably help Heather. He's having a little gathering out here, in the front, Are you
going to play? You're going to play for everybody?
Oh, yeah. I'll tell you who I missed, though.
Who?
The one group I told you that I knew, Doc Kane. Did you ever listen to the Pittsburgh Banjo Band?
Yes, indeed. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I had a few friends there named Barb, and I don't know. But they come every year. They came every year to the place, but we went everywhere. We had 30 people, and I sat in the back, and we had 2 CDs, and I just want to thank my dad's family. We would have been together. We'd be at my uncle's or my grandma's or Benny's.
Yeah.
We would play all day. It was fun, with mandolin. And I picked it up. I can play about, quite a bit of stuff. Of course, you heard me on the YouTube, didn't you?
I saw you on YouTube, yeah, because that lady, and I told you, that, Margot found it. My producer, my other producer, and she was like, oh my God, you're not going to believe who I saw on YouTube. And I said, they just identified him because of his legendary status as Dick from Dayton. Yeah.
Heather, she's from, her family was from up, and she's just kind. She just, when we come up, there's the troublemaker. She said, there's the guy
there he is,
that can play music all over Ohio to the Canadian border. She says,
hey, at your assisted living place there today, are people watching the Ohio State game?
Yeah, I'm watching. I got the tail end of it here.
Oh, yeah. Texas just scored. It's 14-7. Wow. Mm-hmm.
Are you going to take calls Monday morning?
Yes, I am. Because it's a holiday.
I tried one time, but you were...
Oh, you know what? Sometimes when I do the morning show, the segments are a little shorter, but you better believe I am on Monday morning. Don't you kid yourself. And we'll have a lot to talk about on Labor Day morning, because I want to hear what everyone's doing. And what you did for the weekend. I want to hear from all those people who went to see the Savannah Bananas. I want to hear all those people who went to Rib Fest and everything. Pittsburgh is on fire this weekend, Dick, with all the stuff going on.
Oh, yeah, but I'll tell you what, Michael, I have to admit a lot of things. And some guy was down from Pittsburgh, and he says that he hears me on you and stuff, and he says, I always enjoy Dick. He says Dick is always talking about music.
Yeah.
And I think he needs to get in if I ever get in a group, Michael, you and Margot or your other producer.
We're coming.
You got to come hear me, okay?
We'll do. Listen, I'll talk to you Monday morning.
Have a good day.
You too. Dick from Dayton. You got to hear from Dick from Dayton to have a good weekend. What's the matter with you people? Hey, okay. Jeff Hathorn will have the Buccos pregame. They play. He's up next. All right. So that was my last segment. But don't be forlorn. I'm in for Larry Richard Monday morning, 5:30 to 10. Okay. Labor Day. I'll preview the Labor Day parade Monday morning on Labor Day. In the meantime, have a great rest of your holiday weekend. Michael Bartley on the Voice of Pittsburgh, News Radio KDKA.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6481. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com
or call 800-575-6481. That's 800-575-6481.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
The fighting spirit of the Marine Corps is born of battles won. Battles won within. Over enemies of fear. Enemies of doubt. It's who we are. It's what we do. It's a promise made to you for more than 2 centuries. A promise of the Marines.
It's time for the North Shore Tavern Leadoff Show. The North Shore Tavern Leadoff Show is presented by Keystone Custom Apparel and is brought to you by Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union, Spitzer Toyota, Pennsylvania One Call System, Coors Light, at 365, and Saloni's Italian Bread. The North Shore Tavern Leadoff Show is on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
And welcome in. Good afternoon. Thanks for being with us. It is the second of a 3-game series, Pirates and Boston Red Sox, after the Bucks able to come back in impressive fashion, falling down 2-0 and eventually grabbing a 4-2 win. Pittsburgh has now won 7 of their last 9 games, 8 of their last 11. In this 7 of 9 stretch, they have outscored opponents 41-19. And under manager Don Kelly, they are inching closer to 500. They're sitting at 48 and 50 since he made his managerial debut on May 9th. And they've been performing much better on the road. And yesterday, indicative of that, after the Bucks split a series in 4 games with the St. Louis Cardinals, Pittsburgh is looking to secure a winning road trip on this 7-game swing before they return home to face the Los Angeles Dodgers. 13-14 in the month of August as it comes down the stretch here, drawing to a close. Thanks for being with us here on KDKA Radio. This afternoon at Fenway Park, it's Johan Oviedo taking the ball for Pittsburgh against right-hander Dustin May. Pirates able to do some really good work against Peyton Tolle in the sense that they were able to hang in, get him out of the game after yesterday's 8-strikeout performance from the rookie left-hander, and Paul Skeens giving up just the home run to Roman Anthony. Pittsburgh did a terrific job in coming back with their veterans, the old heads, Tommy Pham and Andrew McCutchen, powering the Pirates to victory yesterday. So what's on tap, brought to you by Blue Moon and the ongoing Renaissance Festival. We'll hear from Cam Devaney. He's finally up from AAA Indianapolis. He was acquired in the Adam Frazier trade early on when the deadline deals just started to occur. This was actually in June. Kansas City Royals organization, Pirates trading Adam Frazier away. So Devaney is up yesterday as part of the comeback effort. Ronnie Simon sliding into home plate, apparently dislocating his shoulder, though we haven't gotten a official diagnosis yet. All things are indicating that, but he will be headed to the injured list, and we'll be getting the official transactions coming down from the Pirates here in a moment. Plus, we'll hear from manager Don Kelly as it pertains to Devaney, how he slots in, and how the utility infielder, who's been primarily a shortstop over the course of his career, what he's been able to do. So that's all straight ahead. We invite you to stay with us. We'll get you the starting lineups, take a dive into this pitching matchup, some news and notes, facts and figures on the Red Sox, who are sitting at 75-61. The Pirates, a 60-win, 76-loss record. Pittsburgh might have an opportunity to really throw a wrench in the American League East. And wild card picture here. As they snapped the 4-game win streak of the Red Sox yesterday, and might be able to help out the New York Yankees in some respects. So all of that we'll unpack here on the North Shore Tavern Leadoff Show, with an invitation to stay tuned right here for Bucks and Red Sox coming your way on KDKA.
Join Rob Pratt every Sunday at 11 a.m. for Black and Gold Sunday, presented by Coons Market, your hometown Pittsburgh grocer. Rob keeps you posted on Pittsburgh sports with 2 hours of exciting talk. That's Black and Gold Sunday, 11 to 1, presented each week by Coons Market.
Here's a few questions for you from California Psychics. Do your workdays seem to go on forever? Is your career progression as fast as downtown traffic? Or does your boss still not know your name?
Hey, you, Tina, Lisa, Sheila, whatever. Get that report to me by lunch, okay? It's Carrie, ma'am. Just get it done, Terry.
It's time to read the career warning signs and talk to California Psychics. We're always on hand to give you the career guidance you need. You see, we only connect you with the very best. In fact, 98% of the psychics who apply to work with us don't make the grade. That's why we can guarantee if your reading isn't life-changing, it's free. So you could soon be telling your boss where to stick that report.
Where are you going, Terry? Terry!
Experience the joy of certainty. California Psychics. Call 1-800-PREDICT today and get 20 minutes for just $20.
UPMC is one of the largest and most experienced heart transplant programs in the state, offering hope for even the most complex cases.
Because of the expertise that exists here at UPMC, it allows us to take on patients that have been turned down at other centers. It's extremely rewarding to be able to transplant patients that are on death's door. It's the closest thing I think we have in medicine to a miracle.
Your heart care matters. Visit upmc.com/heart to learn more.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. We're dedicated to serving people 50 and up, like me. Our needs are different. Big Wireless wants us in an unlimited plan, but if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used. At Consumer Cellular, we're focused on affordable, reliable plans, including data that suits your needs, not ours. Our plans start at just $20, and you'll get the best customer service in the business.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com/facts. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
Gain a global perspective and specialized skills that many of today's top employers are seeking with an MBA from University of Maryland Global Campus. Study online and complete your degree in just 16 months for about $21K. Choose from MBA specializations in global business, marketing, HR, finance, and more. No application fee if you apply by September 3rd. Learn more at umgc.edu. That's umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
Tune in to 1020 KDKA Radio for Medical Frontiers with Dr. Gerald Pfeiffer from the Allegheny Health Network every Monday from 7 to 8 p.m. Dr. Pfeiffer and his special guests will cover the information that you want to know about your health and the latest trends in medicine.
Ready to elevate your everyday? Quince has the Lux Staples Insider Swear By, minus the markup. From 100% European linen styles and 14-karat gold jewelry to gorgeous leather bags and elevated home finds, Quince has it all. And by partnering directly with top artisans and ethical factories, Quince delivers premium quality at half the cost of similar brands. Discover everyday luxury without the markup at Quince. Go to quince.com/style upgrade for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/style upgrade.
What's up? I'm Phil Briggs, host of CBS Eye on Veterans, here from my friends at Navy Federal Credit Union. Whether you're looking to buy a new or used car, or maybe just want to refinance your current loan, Navy Federal Credit Union has great rates on auto loans. You can apply via their mobile app or online, and in most cases get a decision in seconds. So get a great car and great rates with Navy Federal Credit Union. Credit and collateral subject to approval, rates subject to change, and are based on credit worthiness. Navy Federal is insured by NCUA, and you can learn more at NavyFederal.org/auto.
Prescription products require completion of an online medication consultation with an independent healthcare provider through the LifeMD platform and are only available if prescribed. Subscription required. Individual results may vary. Additional restrictions apply at lifemd.com. Read all warnings before using GLP-1s. Side effects may include a risk of thyroid C-cell tumors. Do not use GLP-1s if you or your family have a history of thyroid thyroid cancer.
Confused on where to start with weight loss medication? See the lowest prices available with or without insurance for Wegovy, Zepbound, and more at TryLifeMD.com. 95% of LifeMD patients said starting their weight loss journey was simple. Listen to Tara's story after losing 42 pounds.
You just take your shot. It doesn't feel like you're on a diet. What I wasn't expecting it to do was to shut off the food noise. I'd gone from 237 to 195. This was life-altering, and if I can do it, I feel like anybody can do it.
Get your free insurance benefits check in minutes right now at TryLifeMD.com. Nearly 96% of patients said they would recommend the LifeMD program to anyone who wants to lose weight. Get started right now at TryLifeMD.com. That's TryLifeMD.com.
Online security is a must, and millions are choosing NordVPN to stay safer and more private online. And you can do that too. Get NordVPN with 77% off and up to 3 months extra. NordVPN will encrypt your online traffic from data snoopers and internet service providers, while NordVPN's Threat Protection Pro will reduce risk of phishing and alert you about the fake online shops and known scams. And that's not all. If your email address is leaked to the dark web, you will get an instant notification from the Dark Web Monitor and act accordingly. Get the special NordVPN deal today at NordVPN.com. This offer includes a 77% discount on a 2-year plan and up to 3 extra months. Savings and additional terms apply and can be found on NordVPN.com. The offer is valid until October 15th.
Now, back to the North Shore Tavern Leadoff Show on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
By Henry Davis. Here comes the play to the plate, and he is out at home plate. Ronnie Simon head first dive, and he is hurt. Maybe jammed his left shoulder. He gets up dangling his left arm. Out recorded at home plate.
Well, it was overturned, and yes, indeed, Ronnie Simon did hurt his shoulder. And while we were at break, the Pirates did just release that it is a dislocation in the left shoulder for Ronnie Simon. So he goes on the 10-day injured list. It's official. Cam Devaney has been recalled from AAA Indianapolis. He was acquired in the Kansas City Royals trade back on July 16th for Adam Frazier, and no prior Major League experience, selected off the Royals 40-man roster when the Pirates actually were in KC at Kauffman Stadium, but he did not appear in a game. So looking forward to seeing Cam Devaney. If he should appear in a game, it would be the 7th Major League debut by a Pittsburgh Pirates player this year, joining Thomas Harrington, Sung-Chi Chang, Matt Gorski, Braxton Ashcraft, Cam Sanders, and Bubba Chandler. So it is official, a dislocation for Ronnie Simon's left shoulder. As we welcome you back to the North Shore Tavern Leadoff Show, presented by Keystone Custom Apparel. Dan Zhang, really glad to be with you. Let's listen in to the man of the hour, Cam Devaney, who met with reporters a short time ago.
So how'd you find out?
Yeah, so I was actually driving home last night and got a call from Bowman. Just, quick, you're going up, congrats. And I turned right around and I was on my way.
So how different did it feel, second time, but you're still looking for that debut?
Yeah, it's kind of nice actually having an idea of what to expect. Obviously, the first time around didn't go the way I wanted it to, but like I said, it's nice kind of understanding how things work a little bit and just ready to go.
Are those weeks, difficult of I was at the 1-inch line, come on, man.
Yeah, but I think that's part of the job. You always have to be ready for whatever they throw at you, and you just got to take it one day at a time.
What's the adjustment kind of been like going from one organization to the other, kind of adjusting from Omaha to Indianapolis?
Yeah, pretty seamless. Really good group of guys down there in Indy, and even everyone I've met here has been awesome. So honestly, it's been pretty easy.
Have you been able to catch your breath over the last couple of months? You get traded, now you're in the big leagues. A lot of change.
Yeah, it's been a crazy year, and I honestly felt like I was just starting to get to know the guys in Indy, so I get to do that all over again. But no, it's been a lot of fun, and obviously this is what you dream of. So,
being a New Hampshire guy, how cool is it that it's here that you're?
Dude, this is as cool as it gets for me, man. I've been watching Red Sox games since I was 5 years old. Just really, really cool. I can't think of a better way to, hopefully kick off my career. So it's been awesome.
How you kind of just felt about your production, this season, even down in Indy, and kind of just what you can bring to the big league club?
Yeah, I think I bring versatility for sure. I can play, a bunch of different positions. I think this is the first year I've really put it together with the bat in terms of just being really consistent and hoping to continue that here.
Was it, rewarding at all to know that, like, hey, the Pirates wanted you. They went out and acquired you. They probably had a plan for you.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, even when I spoke to, Scott Sharp with the Royals, when he told me I was getting traded, he told me, they were pretty adamant about getting me. So that's obviously really nice to hear. And, like I said, I'm really excited to get an opportunity.
With this opportunity, I know you play a whole bunch of different positions, but it seems like the need is in the outfield where you've only played a little bit. So what's your level of comfort in the outfield? And is that what you've been told?
So far, I have not been told that, but I mean, honestly, I'm ready for anything. I got a little bit of time in the corners this year in the minors, so if that's what they need from me, I'll absolutely be ready for it.
You had a list of like all great minor league nicknames. Has anyone actually said Bam Bam Cam?
Yeah, so there's a super fan in Omaha named Stirred Up Stan, and he just had nicknames for everybody, and that one just stuck. So he would get the crowd chanted. It was a whole thing, but yeah, it was very much a real thing.
All right, so there is Cam Devaney, Bam Bam Cam. Again, Ronnie Simon going on the injured list. Don Kelly perhaps provides a little more insight as to where and how they'll use the newest member of the Pirates. But first, a bummer about the left dislocation of Ronnie Simon's shoulder.
Unfortunately, Simon's going to go on the IL after yesterday. Don't have full details on exactly what it is, but left shoulder, and he'll go on the IL, and Cam Devaney's up. He was up. He got called up when we were there, but still looking for his debut.
How exciting would it be for him to make his debut, especially here in Fenway where he came as a kid?
Yeah, really cool. Looking at last night, the energy, the crowd, Fenway's always a special place, and really cool for him if he can make his debut here.
What can you appreciate about the possibility of the versatility he could bring?
Yeah, a lot. He's been able to play all over, multiple positions, does a nice job at third and short, and is mixed in at second in the outfield as well, and he's shown some pop in AAA too.
All right, so there's Don Kelly on Cam Devaney. Here's the lineup that the Pirates will run out, brought to you by Bet365. Jared Triolo, what could you say about him? The average now up to 224 because he's hitting .396, 7 extra base hits over a career-best 15-game on-base streak. He does not want the month of August to end. He has been spectacular. He's hit safely in 12 of 15 games during this on-base stretch, and he's hit nearly 400, going 19 of 48 with, again, those 7 extra base hits, 9 walks. He scored 7 runs. Spencer Horwitz will swing second. He'll be at first base with Brian Reynolds hitting third in right field. It's been a very good post-All-Star break for Reynolds. He's returned really to his old form. .421, 2 doubles, 6 homers, 11 RBIs, and 11 runs scored in 10 career games against the Red Sox. Perhaps he'll be my bet to drive in a run, brought to you by Bet365. Tommy Pham, he was going from DFA candidate to perhaps re-sign candidate. Last 48 games for Pham, hitting .331 with a .954 OPS. It's the best 48-game stretch in about 4 years for the Pirates, back when Brian Reynolds put together his career-best 2021 season. Pham in left field, he'll hit fourth, one of yesterday's heroes. Andrew McCutchen has been swinging a really good bat for the Pirates, and in fact, he's 3 hits away from tying Ron Santo, the Cubs' legendary third baseman, on the all-time hit list. McCutchen, the DH, hitting 5th. Nick Gonzalez will hit 6th. He'll play second base. Nicky G has hit safely in 24 of his last 29. O'Neal Cruz continues to struggle, hitting 7th, center fielder, followed by catcher Joey Bart 8th. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, who yesterday was placed on unconditional waivers, meaning anybody could pick him up if a contender would like to add him, though in roughly 80 or so plate appearances, he's due a $250,000 bonus. So again, the Pirates lineup: shortstop Triolo, first baseman Horwitz, right fielder Reynolds, the top 3, 4 through 6, Pham in left, Kutch the DH, Gonzalez at second, the bottom third, center fielder Cruz, catcher Bart, and Kiner-Falefa, the third baseman. For the Red Sox, Roman Anthony, he's been as hot as anybody in baseball, went 2 for 4 yesterday with a homer in the 4-2 loss for Boston. He's hit safely in 10 of his last 13, 9 of which have been multi-hit efforts. The rookie right fielder with the big contract in right field. Alex Bregman has struggled mightily, hitting just .077. No extra base hits his last 7 games. That's 2 of 26. Third baseman swings second. Jared Duran in left field. Trevor Story, the shortstop. Masataka Yoshida, the designated hitter. Romy Gonzalez, the first baseman. Sadane Rafaela, the center fielder, with David Hamilton at second base. And Carlos Narvaez catching the Red Sox starting 9. Do stay with us. Look at the pitching matchup when we return before we send you off to Fenway Park as the Pirates look to take the series against the Red Sox this afternoon here on the North Shore Tavern Leadoff Show across KDKA.
This Labor Day weekend, we're celebrating Bob's Discount Furniture's 200th store milestone with the entire Bob's family across the country. For more than 30 years, we've believed everyone deserves the home they love. That's why we brought our everyday low prices on furniture, mattresses, and more to over 200 locations from coast to coast and counting. Not to mention free treats for the whole family in our cafes. Celebrate Bob's Discount Furniture's 200 store milestone this Labor Day weekend.
Oh, my Bob!
What is your next success story? At University of Maryland Global Campus, you can succeed again with more than 135 affordable online degrees and certificates to help you move your career forward. From cybersecurity and AI to healthcare and MBA, our programs help you build critical thinking, leadership, and communication skills that set you apart in today's job market. Apply now and save with no application fee through September 3rd. Visit umgc.edu to get started. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
When you bundle renters and auto with Progressive, you can save while protecting your most valuable possessions, like your really expensive limited edition sneakers and your new suit for your cousin's wedding. Except you never actually bought the suit because you can't stop buying sneakers. So you show up to the wedding looking like you're going grocery shopping. But hey, at least your sneakers will look good in the pictures, until you're cropped out of every last one of them. So go ahead and get Progressive, so you can save while protecting the things that matter to you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. It's the Sleep Number biggest sale of the year. All beds on sale up to 50% off the limited edition smart bed. Plus free premium delivery with any smart bed and adjustable base. Ends Labor Day. All Sleep Number smart beds offer temperature solutions for your best sleep. Check it out at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com today.
Online security is a must, and millions are choosing NordVPN to stay safer and more private online. And you can do that too. Get NordVPN with 77% off and up to 3 months extra. NordVPN will encrypt your online traffic from data snoopers and internet service providers, while NordVPN's Threat Protection Pro will reduce risk of phishing and alert you about the fake online shops and known scams. And that's not all. If your email address is leaked to the dark web, you will get an instant notification from the Dark Web Monitor and act accordingly. Get the special NordVPN deal today at nordvpn.com. This offer includes a 77% discount on a 2-year plan and up to 3 extra months. Savings and additional terms apply and can be found on nordvpn.com. The offer is valid until October 15th.
When you bundle renters and auto with Progressive, you can save while protecting your most valuable possessions, like your really expensive limited edition sneakers and your new suit for your cousin's wedding. Except you never actually bought the suit because you can't stop buying sneakers. So you show up to the wedding looking like you're going grocery shopping. But hey, at least your sneakers will look good in the pictures, until you're cropped out of every last one of them. So go ahead and get Progressive, so you can save while protecting the things that matter to you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. It's the Sleep Number biggest sale of the year. All beds on sale up to 50% off the limited edition smart bed. Plus free premium delivery with any smart bed and adjustable base. Ends Labor Day. All Sleep Number smart beds offer temperature solutions for your best sleep. Check it out at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com today.
New to Medicare, get covered with MediConnect. Listen Wednesdays around 1:40 to hear Lance O'Brien of MediConnect help you navigate the Medicare process. Simply great, unbiased information to get you the best healthcare coverage. Get covered with MediConnect. Medicare made simple.
Now, back back to the North Shore Tavern Leadoff Show on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Another housekeeping item, Andrew Heaney has cleared waivers and is now a free agent. Ronnie Simon to the injured list, dislocated shoulder. Cam Devaney is up from AAA as the Pirates look to take a second game in this three-game series, sending Johan Oviedo to the mound against Dustin May in our Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union pitching matchup. It is Oviedo 1-0 with a 3.60 ERA. He was really good his last time out. In fact, he's been really good each of his last two times out. 1 run on 3 hits over 4 strong against the Cardinals. Before that, just gave up a run on 2 hits over 5 strong against the Toronto Blue Jays. Facing Dustin May, this comes one day after Boston released former Dodgers teammate Walker Buehler. So Dustin May tagged for 5 runs, including 3 homers, 4 1/3 in his last outing against the New York Yankees. All right, do stay with us. On the call of the game, Greg Brown, brought to you by the Pennsylvania One Call System, live from Fenway Park, and that's coming your way next.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Mint is still $15 a month for premium wireless. And if you haven't made the switch yet, here are 15 reasons why you should. 1, it's $15 a month. 2, seriously, it's $15 a month. 3, no big contrast. 4, I use it. 5, my mom uses it. Are you playing me off? That's what's happening, right? Okay.
Visit mintmobile.com/radio. Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, $15 per month equivalent required. New customer offer first 3 months only. Then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. We're dedicated to serving people 50 and up, like me. Our needs are different. Big Wireless wants us in an unlimited plan, but if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used. At Consumer Cellular, we're focused on affordable, reliable plans, including data that suits your needs, not ours. Our plans start at just $20, and you'll get the best customer service in the business.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com/facts. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
This Labor Day weekend, we're celebrating Bob's Discount Furniture's 200th store milestone with the entire Bob's family across the country. For more than 30 years, we've believed everyone deserves the home they love. That's why we brought our everyday low prices on furniture, mattresses, and more to over 200 locations from coast to coast and counting. Not to mention free treats for the whole family in our cafes. Celebrate Bob's Discount Furniture's 200 store milestone this Labor Day weekend.
Oh, my Bob.
At Tax Relief Advocates, we get it. Thinking about back taxes to the IRS can be very unsettling. Don't lose hope. With thousands of 5-star Google reviews and an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau, TRA is resolving taxpayers' delinquent tax problems nationwide once and for all. We could significantly reduce and even eliminate what you owe the IRS. If you haven't filed your taxes in years or are already facing collections, we can help. We aren't just some run-of-the-mill tax service company. We specialize in helping individuals and businesses with $10,000, $50,000, or even $500,000 in back taxes get speedy resolution. And in many cases, only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. The IRS isn't going anywhere, and neither is your tax problem. To see what tax relief you qualify for, visit TRA.com or call 800-335-8578. 800-335-8578. Again, that's 800-335-8578. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Tune in to KDKA Radio every Thursday at 2:37 p.m. for your weekly Medicare update with Lisa Lauro from Secure Money Health. Lisa will provide you information on everything related to Medicare and how to prepare for it. Brought to you by Secure Money Health.
When you bundle renters and auto with Progressive, you can save while protecting your most valuable possessions, like your really expensive limited edition sneakers and your new suit for your cousin's wedding. Except you never actually bought the suit because you can't stop buying sneakers. So you show up to the wedding looking like you're going grocery shopping. But hey, at least your sneakers will look good in the pictures, until you're cropped out of every last one of them. So go ahead and get Progressive, so you can save while protecting the things that matter to you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer? Can I make my site firmer? Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. It's the Sleep Number biggest sale of the year. All beds on sale up to 50% off the limited edition smart bed. Plus free premium delivery with any smart bed and adjustable base. Ends Labor Day. All Sleep Number smart beds offer temperature solutions for your best sleep. Check it out at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com.